Mood brew sweeping the nation. E.R. Broadley's proud. He says I need the finest boxes to ship my drink to the thirsty crowds. Weyerhauser made a proposal. He thinks they'll do real fine. But first he'll look around all up and down before he signs on the bottom line. Conglomerated cardboard says hold on. You know we want that business too. Dermot, Dave, Earl, and Ann, they've all got a plan. What's Weyerhauser gonna do? It's gonna be a heck of a horse race. Here's a hint as to who will win. From January to December, they'd better just remember it ain't product out, it's customer in. It ain't product out, it's customer in. It ain't product out, it's customer in. It ain't product out, it's customer in.
Oh, this is unacceptable. Tell me, how am I supposed to turn in a report to E.R. Broadley on our product uniformity with all these messy numbers on it? I want absolutely consistent results day after day.
In the paper we make?
No, in the lab test numbers. I turn in high-quality reports. I'm not going to have you mucking them up with your fluctuations.
Now, those are the boys that done the tests. Now, Tom, how much percentage off-spec were you on the test equipment you used?
Almost 30%, Earl.
And you two boys?
I was off 50%, Earl.
I was only off 12%, Earl.
Now, if Tom was off 30% on his test equipment, and Tom here was off 50% on his, and Tom was only 12% off, then whose test equipment should we use?
I think we should use his machine.
Well, Mr. Smithers, I agree with the boys. I think we should use Tom's machines because they do such a good job.
Now, Earl, how you run your paper plant is entirely your business. I make it a practice never to interfere. I'm incredibly open-minded, almost to a fault.
It's good to hear, Dermot, because I want to talk to you about something I saw at Weyerhauser the other day. It has to do with product conformance, in fact. I've stumbled upon something absolutely amazing. It's called product conformance. Every roll of liner or medium from Weyerhauser conforms to incredibly rigorous specifications. They want a high-quality product that always meets their specifications. Variation from roll to roll impacts production. So Weyerhauser has a set of reliable methods for making sure that customers receive liner and medium that meets customer specifications every time. These reliable methods also tell Weyerhauser that their processes are in control. Every roll of liner and medium is tested for moisture, strength, friction, smoothness, porosity, about a dozen different characteristics before they ship it. This assures Weyerhauser that their processes are in control. This is key. Now, Weyerhauser knows that if their paper-making processes are in control, they can consistently make paper to meet customer specifications. It's not enough to just test paper properties. They've adopted industry-standard test procedures and rigorous calibration standards. Everyone uses the same equipment. Tests are conducted the same way and done in a room with humidity and temperature control. This is their baseline for test consistency. Test samples of liner and medium are taken at a frequency that statistically confirms that the product is in spec. With well-defined testing and sampling procedures, customer specifications can be accurately written. They include target, minimum, maximum, and cull values. For each run of a particular grade of paper, they monitor test data during the run and for each reel. Now, if test results skew from target or exceed upper and lower control limits, they take immediate action to bring the test back to target. If test values exceed the call point, the paper won't be shipped. This prevents customers from ever receiving out-of-spec paper. Now take moisture. Weyerhauser knows that moisture variability in linerboard will cause problems on their customers' corrugators, in particular, warp. So they test for moisture using machines like this to make sure moisture is within specs. Same thing is true for smoothness. If the liner board isn't smooth enough, print quality suffers. So Weyerhauser tests for smoothness with this machine. It measures airflow and air pressure over the liner board's surface. Another test is the Concora. This measures the crushing resistance of the corrugated medium. They clamp a sample strip in this device and apply pressure until it is crushed. They go through this kind of extensive product conformance testing for more than a dozen characteristics: moisture, smoothness, weight, strength, appearance, water absorption, you name it. Everything is quantified, measured, and recorded in a database. The test results have to fall within acceptable tolerances or the roll is not shipped. But that's not all. They also have specs for the roll condition. They measure each roll for correct width, roll hardness, roll diameter, plug strength and position, dish and weave, and band placement and tightness. All these things are important in making sure liner and medium make it to the customer's site damage-free, easy to handle, and will run on their corrugators. Another important quality parameter is roll labeling. Weyerhauser has standard stick labels with detailed information which is attached to the bilge in 2 places. They also stencil critical identification information on one end. Weyerhauser wants to make sure their customers can identify the liner and medium from the time it arrives until it is completely consumed on the corrugator. At Weyerhauser, having well-defined test methods and management practices to ensure product conformance isn't good enough. They also audit themselves monthly to make sure everyone is complying with these procedures. And they constantly check to make sure their critical test equipment is calibrated accurately. Each month, they send samples of their liner and medium to the Weyerhauser Test Lab in Aurora for comparative testing. They track all test data and publish a summary report each month. This report is not only circulated in the mill, but also given to the office of the customer and integrated box plants. They keep product conformance test results on file for a minimum of 12 months. In case a problem comes up at the customer's site, they can go back and check the manufacturing data. Every kind of liner and medium, I mean every kind coming out of Weyerhauser, gets this treatment. Even specialty grade shipments like export, model white, and wet strength all get the same 3rd-degree product conformance testing. I'd say Weyerhauser's product conformance testing is a serious competitive threat to us.
Quality assurance does involve in testing to ensure that the product does meet the specifications, but it also means that you have the key variables in the process under control that affect that final output on a paper machine.
This area of product conformance is one we may need to think about implementing. Weyerhauser's reliable methods produce quality time after time after time.
Yes, well, Weyerhauser has done a terrific job of snowing you. Unfortunately, you're not authorized to sign contracts for bubbly beverages, so all their hard work is for naught. I, meanwhile, am taking aim at the day Broadley comes to visit our plant, and Weyerhauser's plant, too.
Maybe he's already seen Weyerhauser's plant.
Nope. I have inside information. Broadley's on vacation. He's gone fishing. Somewhere in Oklahoma along the Red River, and in North Carolina, a town called Plymouth. And out in Oregon. I'll let him fish away. What he doesn't know is we're the ones doing the catching. Yep, we're gonna reel in one big, pompous, soft drink maker.